Hey guys, this is the 5th episode of the Mind Dump Podcast, and I am Peyton Marquette, and I am here with...
Adam Talent.
Jared.
And Emily.
I received a message this week. We never talked about what this podcast is supposed to be about. Because we've talked about things from video games to Doctor Who to Jared's cat to technology and all sorts of other things. So I'm just going to explain that real quick. This is a podcast. We all found each other on roosterteeth.com. We're all members of the community there, but this is not particularly a Rooster Teeth related podcast. We just talk about whatever we happen to be interested in, whether it may be Rooster Teeth or not. It can't help it. We're probably going to talk about them at some point because obviously we're all interested in Rooster Teeth. But it's not particularly a gaming podcast either. It is just whatever we feel like talking about that day.
Yeah, we've already talked about Rooster Teeth a couple times too. So
yeah, but I had gotten a message from someone on the site and they're like, "I watched your podcast, but like, what's this supposed to be about?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess we never really like talked about that."
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, I thought we were gonna do gaming, but then we do touch on gaming. But I mean,
we talk about a lot of things, so it's just like
it's everything though, really, isn't it? Bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah. But I feel like if we go to iTunes, we need to like categorize ourselves to something.
Yeah, but I'll figure that out when we get there.
Yeah.
Because I've tried iTunes before and it's complicated. It's kind of silly.
Yeah, I bet.
And my second announcement is if you are a Rooster Teeth fan, I will be doing an interview with me and Emily will be doing an interview tomorrow with Elin, the winner of the Gauntlet, Season 2. We'll be recording that tomorrow, which is Monday, which is December the 3rd, and we will probably be posting it on Wednesday. And I may or may not have another interview that may or may not be planned for sometime next week, but I don't know yet, so yeah.
Teasers.
But yeah, so that's all the announcements that I have at the beginning, so now it's just free-for-all.
Hooray.
So you guys heard about Paul Walker, right?
Yes.
Kind of. I don't know.
For those who don't know who Paul Walker is, explain.
Well, I mean, for maybe Emily, because I don't know if Paul Walker's big over there in the UK.
And I googled it, so...
What was that? Your mic kind of cut out.
Oh, basically, I heard what happened, so I googled who he was, and then I was like, oh, I see. It's him.
Yeah, he is one of the main actors in the Fast and Furious series, as well as some other movies. And the other day, he died in a car crash. So, yeah, I've been called a jerk for making this joke today, but it seems like he was going a little bit too fast, too furious.
Yeah, I saw that joke on Twitter yesterday. I laughed so hard.
Yeah, that's
Too soon, guys. Too soon.
It's
No,
never
not
too
too
soon. It's
soon.
never too soon.
It's like when someone dies of something that's really ironic, there's never a too soon joke as long as it's related to the irony.
well.
Like, if he would have died in a car accident and I was just like, haha, it's funny because he died, that's too soon.
Yeah.
Like, because there's the car joke, then it's funny.
I think if it's technically too soon, but everybody's thinking it already.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of not.
I mean, I put out my my condolences to his family and friends, but it's not the fact that he died; it's how he did it.
Yeah, it's ironic and it's funny.
Yeah. Actually, recently, 2 days ago, there was a car accident in Orlando where I live, and it was on I-4, which is one of our main roads there. Someone, I don't know all the details about it yet, but someone was driving backwards on the highway and crashed into two people and killed two people. But I have no clue why. Like, why were they driving backwards?
Just getting on the wrong... Like, were they driving in reverse, or they were just driving the wrong way on the highway? Yeah, see, that happened 2 years ago. I go to school in Bowling Green University in Ohio. I've said that before. 2 years ago, we had, I think there were 9 students that on campus died due to several different accidents, and 4 of them were sorority girls that were apparently intoxicated and got on the wrong side of I-75 and got in a car accident, killed all 4 of them.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, that's what it's usually alcohol related.
But the weird thing is, it was in the morning.
Doesn't mean you can't be...
True.
You can't
But
you can get shit-faced in the morning.
My idea was that I bet he was British.
Oh,
Driving on the wrong side of the road.
Hey, we were in Florida this summer, and we were driving fine. We were down on the same road you were talking about, and there was a car underneath, a bigger car on the side of the road, it driven, underneath its back wheels.
Oh, God.
The back wheels were through the bottom car's windshield.
Oh, man.
And we didn't know what happened. By the time we passed it, we'd, only just realised what had happened. And I remember seeing there was a guy just lying on the side of the road with someone, above him trying to talk to him. And I'm like, oh, God, what happened? And we didn't hear anything about it at all.
Is Emily's mic doing some weird things for other people?
Yeah, I'm hearing it, too.
I think the problem is you're talking... when you talk loudly and, your consonants explode, your mic doesn't pick them up for some reason.
Right, okay.
So, I may be wrong, but it's just, it does this weird thing where it just, cuts out every once in a while and we miss, syllables.
Yeah, it kind of does. But, just to finish that, also, if you ever drive on the road Althea, which is, right in front of the school UCF, if there is not an accident on that road at least once a day, it's an odd day. It's because it's college students that are college kids that don't know how to drive half the time, and they moved to Florida, so they don't know our traffic. And then there's tourists, and then there's just crappy drivers. So it's this combination where there will always be accidents. So, yeah.
That's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
So, is anyone here a college football fan?
I like going to college football games just because you get to tailgate before.
That's not really the same thing. I was going to talk about the end of the Alabama-Auburn game, but, if you guys didn't hear anything about it or see it, then I guess it would be kind of
I have not heard
weird.
anything about it, but I'm curious now, so go ahead and tell it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was Alabama is ranked number 1 for the 3rd year in a row. Potential of going to the national championships again. Auburn was ranked 4th after being horrible last year. They didn't win a single conference game. They finished 3-7 or something horrible, I don't remember. And they were tied in the end of the 4th, and when you go out of bounds in college football, it stops the clock. And Alabama ran one play, threw a pass, and the player stepped out of bounds, and they said that the game was over. They're like, no more time. And so they challenged it to see how much time was left the second his foot hit down. And so then they reversed it and put 1 second on the clock. And so they set up for a 57-yard field goal, which if you don't know, that's ridiculously long.
Past halfway point, yeah.
Well, that's including end zone, so they were the 48-yard line or something like that.
Okay.
And so they go for a field goal. They put in their backup kicker because their primary kicker was Shankopotamus. He was Shankopotamus the entire game. He didn't make a single kick. It was horrible.
Okay.
And so he kicks the ball, and it's going it would go through the thing. It just didn't have enough power to get it there. And it was so that Auburn had set a guy back, and he caught the ball in the end zone, which is fair. If it stays inbounds, you're allowed to catch it. It's just if you blocked it or whatever. And so he caught it in the back of Alabama's end zone.
Mhm.
And because they were in field goal formation, they didn't have anyone fast on their field, but that was the fastest guy on Auburn's team, and Auburn ran it all the way back across the field and had a touchdown in that 1 second play.
Damn.
Holy crap.
And so they won because Alabama could have just let it go to overtime and reviewed it.
Mhm.
Like, not gone to overtime and reviewed it. Gone to overtime and won the game, possibly, like through overtime.
Yeah.
But instead they challenged it and tried to do the field goal, and the dude returned it 100 yards back of the end zone to the other end zone and won the game.
That's hilarious.
It was the single-handed greatest football play I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's pretty funny. I mean, I don't like watching sports. I like playing sports. So I'm a geek of a different standards. Like, I actually like going out there and doing it, but I just can't stand watching someone do something and thinking I could be having fun doing that too. So.
Yeah, I used to be a sports person. Like, I ran track in high school. I won state in the 4x1600. I was a big track person. I love track.
Nice.
But then I have arthritis in both of my knees now because of it. So it's like, so I just watch ESPN a lot. That's just what happens.
I used to do track and cross country and made me really good at soccer or football, as you say it. But now I'm gotten really lazy, but I'm gonna try to join this like very authentic Aikido club. It's like $60 a month, but like this guy built a dojo in his backyard.
What's Aikido? Is that like a martial art?
Yeah, it's a martial arts where you use the momentum and strength of another person against them, and it's a lot of grabs and like throws. It originated, I believe, in Japan. It was kind of like used as a defense when a samurai lost his sword.
Mm.
It's really cool. I'm just bad at it because I'm more of a brute force person, and it's more of a fluid motion kind of thing.
Yeah, the only sports I'm in now is I'm in a curling club on my campus because I'm a badass and I'm in curling.
Totally.
Yeah,
I know.
What was that, Emily?
I know nothing about any sport. I watch some stuff some of the time, but I never really get into
She doesn't exactly know what's going on.
No footy?
anything. It depends. Depends who's playing, and if I'm in like a pub with loads of people and everyone's getting into it, then I'll get into it. But I won't make sure I watch every single football match in a league because I just don't care that much.
That's true. I understand that. Like, I don't watch the Super Bowl unless I'm at a party with a bunch of other people.
Or you just want to watch the commercials. That's what I do.
I got YouTube
But-
for that.
Yeah, I don't watch professional football. I'm just a ridiculous Ohio State fan. And so I was watching like all the games over the weekend because we're ranked 4th and you have to be in the top 2 in order to get. No, we're ranked 3rd now. I'm sorry, and you have to be in the top 2 to go to the national championship. And we're undefeated, and we still probably won't be able to make it in the top 2 unless by some luck and miracle someone else loses.
Yeah.
Although Auburn didn't help, that was helpful.
Yeah, I'm into hockey myself. I'm a huge fan of the Nashville Predators. It's their the hockey team up there, and they I haven't seen a game in months since I've been living in Georgia, but I actually used to work at the arena up there where they played hockey, so I got to see the games for free. It's pretty sweet.
Caught any teeth?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's so gross.
yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. though. I heard a couple days ago that they were trying to take away fighting from hockey.
Really? That's like the entire point to watch it.
Exactly, I know.
Okay. Oh, I have to. I watch hockey games at the university that I go to because it's free because I'm a student and it's fun because it's hockey. And last year it was, or no, it might have been a few years ago. I don't remember. I wasn't in school yet, but I still went. And it was Bowling Green versus Miami of Ohio, and it currently holds the NCAA hockey record for the most number of ejections in one game. And it was the greatest thing in my entire life. Like, the fighting was longer than the game was. Like it was crazy.
Wow.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, I used to play. I don't like saying soccer because I like saying football better because it makes more sense. But
Totally makes sense.
it totally does.
Yeah, but see, you confuse the rest of us who know like football as in like
That's
American football because now I'm thinking like football. What are you saying, Emily? Because your mic's cutting out again.
I saw a post on Tumblr that was like, "Why is it called like your football? Why is it called football?" And they've got a picture of like a guy with one of the balls. It's like that's his hand and that's an egg, so it's not football.
it's hand egg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I think I forgot where, but someone else in another state, I think they have there's another country that call it a better thing, gridiron, which just sounds way more badass.
Well, gridiron's like kind of like a nickname for football.
It's a way better name for it.
It's like the pigskin. It's like we're gonna go play the gridiron. It's like
that just sounds badass. Why do they not just change their name to that and leave football with football?
I believe the reason that they named it football was because at the time soccer wasn't as popular.
Well, actually, I heard
and a football game starts with you kicking the ball. So I believe I might and may probably be wrong, but I believe that's what I've heard is the reason why.
What I heard actually was that rugby came from football originally. To make they took football and they changed some of the rules and they made rugby. And then no, I totally messed that up. They took soccer and they made rugby because they wanted a more aggressive sport. And then after that, Americans saw rugby and they're like, we should make that sport too. But they changed the rules around a bit and made football. So
they took football, made rugby, and then made football out of rugby?
Exactly.
That's silly.
Yeah, so I think they just went with the original name and went with football.
American football is so much more like rugby than it is anything I would...
Yeah, it's very similar to rugby, minus, like, the way you score, and it looks more like rugby, but it plays more like soccer.
Yeah, but...
That probably doesn't make any sense.
I can see some ways it makes sense. But, I used to be really big into soccer. I played since I was, 6 years old, and it was, I got really good at it eventually, and after I did track and cross country, I got even better, because it was just, I was running around the field why are you guys huffing and puffing? This is easy. But, I was the player they called the Beast, and basically my coach would tell me a number, and I'd find the number on the field, the person with that number on the field, and he was, usually if my coach called out that number to me, the person was being way too aggressive against our people, so I never got a card in my life, but I knew how to get players either to be less aggressive, or something happened where they had a sprained ankle or a broken arm. And never got called on anything. I even tackled the ref once. He was an asshole ref. I had to, because he was one of my players got elbowed in the nose and bleeding like crazy. He didn't call anything, and he was staring at it. So at one point I just got so pissed I tackled the ref. And we had two Irish people. My coach was Irish, and he had his son that was Irish on the field. His son cursed out the ref, got kicked off, and then his dad cursed out the ref and got kicked off. It was pretty funny. But, yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of hockey a little bit, where for the Nashville Predators, there was one guy. His name was Jordan Tootoo. Tootoo.
That's kind of great.
Yeah.
That makes me laugh.
So he had the number 22. He finally got that after a couple years of playing, and he was known for being the most aggressive player on the ice whenever he got out there. And he he became such a fan favorite that he had his own merchandise. So those wooden train whistles that you can blow into and make the noise, they got those, branded them as choo-choo whistles, and started selling them at the gift shop. So every time he got onto the ice, all you heard was that whistle, and it was amazing.
That's hilarious.
What happened this week? I thought there was to IGN. I thought there was something important that happened this week.
Well, I mean, Black Friday and stuff like that. Anybody have
Black
Friday?
Cyber Monday.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
more important.
I'm waiting for Cyber Monday. I got a lot of computer parts though because I'm building my new PC, which is going to be like a beast. It's going to have 8 gigs of RAM and 4 empty slots to add on to. I'm going for an NVIDIA graphics card. Not sure which one yet. That's why I'm going to wait for Cyber Monday. I'm thinking about a 3 terabyte hard drive. It's got this insanely like it looks like a Porsche kind of case, but it's humongous. And a very powerful power supply. This thing is I can't wait to use it. I'm just gonna now when I play other people and I'm they're lagging, or if there's lag in the game, I'm gonna be can't be my fault now. It's your guys' fault. This thing is a beast.
Okay, so explain to me. Why do you have Black Friday and Cyber Monday? What is it for? Other than buying stuff.
It's for Christmas. It's for people that want to be kind of cheaper, and they want to get things for Christmas because it's a month away.
But where did it come from? Where does the whole tradition of doing it start? Come from somewhere.
Commercialism.
Yeah, pretty much. It's it's just some people oh hey, because there are some people that are Christmas season doesn't start till Thanksgiving is over, and so literally the stores decided to make it so Christmas, the Christmas season literally starts with sales included the day after Thanksgiving. Although my stores here, because it's a week late, started at 8 p.m. on Thursday.
Yeah, ours started around then too. But actually, I think they even started just I think they started at 12 p.m. Thursday here, because I was hearing people come into our store because I worked Black Friday at Sprint. Oh, I said the name. Cut that out. I was working that day, which we had to get. I had to go in at 8 and leave at 9, so a 13-hour shift. It was terrible, but there was barely anybody there, so I watched Netflix all day. But it was people were coming in saying "Oh, I bought all that stuff on Thanksgiving." I'm "Oh, okay," because they're saying they went in really early to the shops and they were having those sales already.
Yeah, I think that might have been to relieve some of the pressure at midnight because
so people didn't kill each other.
Yeah, kind of a comparison. Any midnight launch of any big video game or any console has nothing on midnight on Black Friday.
Mm-hmm. Emily, do you hear about the deaths that happened during Black Fridays?
Whole thing, and I'm why would anyone choose to go to something like that?
Yeah,
I'm going to leave my house today. I might get trampled. Why?
People are really cheap.
Wow.
Essentially, yeah, that's what it boils down to.
Yeah, and then Cyber Monday came out of Black Friday since a lot of places were going digital with their sales.
Right.
But I think it's pretty amazing that Steam has had over the past 5 days they've had Steam sales.
Oh, that's where you got that game from.
Yeah. I definitely take advantage of the Steam sales like any normal sane person would, and buy games that you might not ever play.
I don't I'm not one of those people that I get on Steam and it's like, this game is 80% off. It's only $2. And it's like, I'm never, ever gonna play that.
But you might.
Yeah. And I only buy the games that are actually, like, something that look interesting. I'm like, I would play that, actually. I might as well buy it and then try it out.
No, I'm waiting for Cyber Monday because, I hate people in general. I don't like going to stores. Shopping is my least favorite thing on the planet. And because the only thing that I want is a new phone. I'm gonna get a Nokia 1020.
Oh,
that thing's crazy. Yeah, the new Windows phone. And on Black Friday, my store was out. Like, I called them up, and they're like, at like 4, and they're like, or like whenever they opened, and they're like, no, we're out. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm gonna wait till Cyber Monday to see if they have any on their website. And if not, I'll just wait till I switch over to AT&T the first of the year, because my section of Alltel got bought out. LOL, Alltel.
Shout out.
Holla for all those people still left on Alltel. You 6 people that live in Ohio.
Name drop.
Like, for real, though, like, there was this point where, like, most of Alltel got bought out, and it's like they sell the part of the company by the parts of the phone, and they do it by the first 3 digits of your phone. Or no, it's the second 3 digits. So I'm not going to release the second 3 digits of my phone number.
No, that's fine. Go ahead. Whatever.
But, like, there were 2 sets in Northwest Ohio that weren't, at that point, they were being bought over from Verizon. So I was one of, like, 600 people who had, like, this phone number, and it was like, oh, I'm so sad.
That's pretty great.
Because Alltel's deals are amazing, but they have horrible service. Don't switch to Alltel. It's bad.
Or T-Mobile. Never switch to T-Mobile.
T-Mobile's the thing. I've never met anyone with T-Mobile. I've met someone with Virgin Mobile once, and they can never use their phone, pretty much. Yeah. It's just like, yeah, I don't have phone service.
Yeah, it's absolutely terrible. So, I don't know if any of you guys participated in their Child's Play at Rooster Teeth thing, but I finally got my poster in today. And I don't know if you know how long ago that was.
Long time.
Yeah. That was a couple weeks, yeah.
Yeah, I finally got it, and I was so freaking excited. I'm like, I haven't hung it up yet, but it's sitting on my couch right next to me, and I'm just like staring at it. I'm like, you're beautiful.
On the subject of Rooster Teeth merch, we're getting a UK store.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah.
I thought they had a UK store already. When I saw that, I was like,
ships from America, so it's so expensive. The shipping is.
I think they have an Australian store.
Yeah, I think the international store before was the Australian store.
Yeah.
I was misinformed, I suppose. Have you guys seen the images of what the new website's gonna look like?
No, but I'm excited.
Yeah, I have.
I'm excited because I'm a sponsor, and sponsors are supposed to get a beta before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Which should be like any moment now. If it's going to be a worthwhile beta, not like a 2-day thing before the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm a sponsor too, so I've been waiting for that.
So I'm just sitting here like, I want to see it. Mainly because I'm tired of all the things that are broken with the current website that they're not bothering to update while we're waiting for the new one.
Yeah.
Like the thing where you try and click on someone else's picture and it takes you back to your profile.
Yeah.
It's like, that's annoying. Like, that's the worst.
Yeah, I'm really hoping to add some more features to the mobile side of it because I'm not here a lot. I'm not in front of I'm technically in front of a computer a lot, but I'm not allowed to do certain things on them. Like when I watch Netflix, I'm watching it on my phone. So I want to be able to be out somewhere and be able to go on to chat without it taking forever to update, and then being able to just do anything on there. Everything's so small when you bring it up in the.
Sorry, but I know several people from Rooster Teeth. I have a connection that I will not name. So they've been working on this website for a while, from even my knowledge. So if I've known about it, they've been working on it for a long time, which is the reason a lot of the bugs and the issues with this site haven't been fixed, because they've been, first of all, they were restructuring the current website so it would work at all on phones and tablets and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But so then they've just been working on the like 12.0 site or whatever it is now. I don't remember. I was on the original site. I was a member of the original site back in the day, and it was just a PP forum site, like a bro.
Yeah.
It's the best site.
I was on there too. I just remade my my username just like probably I think it was like 3 years ago, but I was on really early at the beginning, so.
I remade mine 2 years ago, and then I remade it again like 3 days before we started this podcast.
Why'd you do that?
Fun.
Okay.
It's like, cause I end up like the last time I restarted, I had something like 900 some friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, there was like no difference between looking at my friends feed and the everyone feed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, there's no point in this. Like, everyone who
Damn.
posts consistently is on both. It's like, this is ridiculous.
Wow.
Because the process of what I do when I add people, it's like, oh, you posted something that I thought was funny, cool, or something that I paid attention to in any way, shape, or form, I'll add you. Whether you accept, I don't care, because now I'm watching you and I can see you forever. But so it's very much like, I just kind of do it to like, because I had like my core group of like 20 friends on my last account, which I still have some of them on this account that I talk to. I talked to Red 8-Ball. He's from Red Team at Dark, or After Dark. After Dark.
Shut up.
They're a Rooster Teeth fan site. Pretty much, not technically, but pretty much they are. And he runs their podcast. I'm still friends with him. I'm friends with a lot of people from my old account, but I just do it to like restart my friend cycle, pretty much. Like you people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm friends with him. Just saying.
He's cool. He's really socially awkward, let's be real.
Who isn't?
So, you guys know that Slowpoke meme, right?
Yeah.
Where,
Yeah,
yeah.
They make a slow joke about Slowpoke.
I think Xbox is trying to embody that whole meme, because the Games with Gold for the first half of this month is the first Gears of War, one of the first launch titles for the 360.
Oh God.
Hey, that game was awesome.
Oh, I'm not dissing that game in any way. I'm just saying to give your gold members who pay money to you to have a service, to just give them an 8-year-old game that no one ever plays anymore.
To be fair, the reason you pay for Xbox Live is for excuse me, is for the server maintenance.
I'm pretty sure they have plenty of money for the server maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they spent all their money on the server maintenance, they'd be losing money.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that we have to pay like $60 for a year.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I mean, they want to make money. I mean, that's kind of their goal.
well, I mean, PlayStation and Sony makes money too.
No, they don't. Sony the PlayStation portion of Sony has almost been like exorcised from the rest of the company because it's losing so much money. Right now, it's not losing money, obviously, because they just had a big console release. But like 4 months ago, they were tanking. Like they were not making any money whatsoever because they made the PlayStation 3 so expensive to make. And even after the price drops, after the price drops, obviously, they weren't making money on it. But, like, before the price drops, they weren't making money on it.
Well,
so it's just like...
That's how game console releases are. They're gonna tank close to the end of the life cycle.
Well, yeah, but they were tanking at the beginning of the life cycle. So, they were not making money on consoles at launch, and then they were making less money in the future. Needless to say, I believe they're both making something like $20 to $40 on the new consoles right now.
Yeah, and then they're going to make part of the sales from all the games that they sell on the console. And they're going to make money from all the additional hardware that people buy for the PlayStation. And they're going to be making money from loads of other sources. But my point is that they're giving new games out to the people who buy the PlayStations. They don't even buy subscriptions because there's no subscription to PlayStation Live or Go or whatever it is right now. And
it's PlayStation Plus, I think.
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus, and they're giving away at least like I think the oldest might have been a year old, but it was still a really good title. Like it's just ridiculous how the two companies are comparing right now.
In my opinion, like, I would never pay for PS Plus, because one, it doesn't get you anything really worth the money, but because their server infrastructure is not good. Like, if you've ever played an online game on the PlayStation PlayStation versus Xbox, the Xbox service will always run faster because it's got people backing the servers so they can actually update the servers and maintaining the servers. The PlayStation servers have had the same servers they've had since launch.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that does make sense, but
so you're paying for maintenance. I mean,
there are pros and cons of each. I mean, I think that...
Yes, there are. I'm not saying Xbox is the only way to go. I'm just explaining why Xbox does pay, or cause pay to play, because some people are like, oh, but PlayStation isn't pay to play. Why is it necessary in the Xbox? And it's like, it's just what you want, because you can do free if it's slower the internet connection pretty much, or pay for faster internet.
Yeah, I mean, I do have an Xbox Live account, and I do pay these subscriptions. So I'm not saying anything against Microsoft or Xbox. It's a good system, mostly because I love the Halo series. But I just think that PlayStation has gone about it the right way and gone about it better than Xbox.
Gone about what better? The games for Live or whatever it is?
That and pretty much everything else.
But I've heard something. I heard something about maybe they're going to be. Weren't they going to do? Now they're going to have paid subscription to online for the PS4, and Xbox was actually thinking about making it free now.
I didn't hear anything about making Xbox free, but I've briefly heard something about PlayStation Plus being a required thing for online games.
I heard about the PlayStation Plus thing, but I didn't hear about Xbox being free.
Okay, maybe I might be making things up.
Because from what I've heard, the new PlayStation Plus is you now have to pay to play online, except for certain games. Like DC Universe, anyone can play that. Warframe, anyone can play that. There are several, like, retail games that are coming out for the PlayStation 4 that you can play for free. It's just based on the game publisher or developer or something like that.
Yeah, I mean...
But a majority of them, from what I've been hearing, are going to be subscription-based.
Yeah, the games that you're talking about, all those have microtransactions that fuel the servers. So...
Okay. Oh yeah, touche. You're right.
Yeah. And I just wanted to mention that Jo is still with the podcast. She just happens to be bedridden today, so she'll be back probably next podcast.
Oh yeah, and MC is on leave till she can not be busy.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much. She's still technically a part of the podcast. I'm not going to be like, oh, hey, you're busy. You can never come back. But for right now, she's just busy.
Yep, yeah. Working on other stuff, working on her own stuff.
Yep, working schoolwork, theater stuff.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, she barely had the extra hour to put into the podcast to begin with.
Yeah, she did. So if you're a theater person, you know that pain.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have to have lives outside of the podcast.
Yeah, lives. I'm doing an art project right now as we speak, to be real.
Wow, unprofessional.
Hey, could you tell unless I told you?
Like, it was so clear.
Like, legitimately, all I'm doing is filling in a background and a picture with Sharpie, and I'm just drawing line after line after line, so it's not like I'm, like, doing anything that includes thought.
Not very working.
What was that, Emily? Your mic was muffled or whatever it's been doing tonight.
Said it wasn't not very work intensive, so.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Just like my job.
You should buy like a tablet and bring it to work.
No, well, I'm not going to be there soon. Like, I have...
Oh, yeah, you're getting an IT job, aren't you?
Finally, for a hospital. It's going to be so nice. It's something I'm actually going to enjoy doing.
That's always good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I love computers. I love working on computers. I like helping people.
You love dead people. That's what it all boils down to.
Well, the good thing is, I won't have to talk to dead people because they can't talk to me. Bam! Problem solved.
At first, I was like, I didn't know where you were going with that joke, and I was like, is he really talking to dead people? Like,
Let's just say Sixth Sense. He's a ghost in the end.
Spoilers, jeez.
yeah, spoiler. That movie's only like 10 years old.
More than 10 years. It's been about 15 by now.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When did that movie come out?
1999?
Late 90s, yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. I'm
Actually,
late on the knowledge stream.
might be 96, actually, now I'm thinking about it.
Damn.
Yeah, that movie's... Well, I always think when someone says, like, 20 years ago, like, I think the 80s.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
It's like, 20 years ago, and it's like, okay, so the 80s,
Yeah.
And then it's like, not the 80s anymore.
Yeah, talking about Power Rangers, like, talking about Money Morphin Power Rangers being 20 years ago.
The originals.
Like, what? No, it was literally, like, 5 years ago that I was, like, 2 years old.
Yeah, that VHS of the first movie, yeah, I still have it, whatever.
Yeah.
Doctor Who's, like... Doctor Who's was, like, last week, right? Like, that was the thing.
Yeah.
And what? That's like the realization. I got a haircut this weekend, and for the people that don't know, I'll put a picture in the description or something. I keep my hair rather long, not like shoulder length long, but it's like mop top kind of hipster long hair thing.
Okay.
I got my haircut this weekend, and it's like much shorter. And I thought about it, and this is the shortest I've had my hair in over a decade. And it's like,
wow.
Like, cause I'm 19 now, and I was like 7 when I started growing out my hair, essentially.
If I let my hair grow any longer than what I do, it starts getting curly, and it's so freaking annoying.
See, I don't even like do anything with my hair. I just like wake up, take a shower, and then dry it, and then shake it, and walk out the door. And it's like, that's why I don't mind keeping my hair long, because it's not any more work than it is normally.
Bro, my hair's easy. I just brush my hand through it, and I'm done for the day.
I hardly ever do anything to my hair. My hair is relatively short for, your average female. So I just wake up, shake it, be like, that'll do.
That'll do, pig.
Whoa.
What's that off of?
You're calling her, that's Babe?
I'm not calling her a pig.
That's Babe?
Or
No, you called her...
Either way, it's not...
You called her
what is that
hair.
off of?
You called her hair a pig.
What is that?
It's from Babe.
Is it Babe?
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
no, is it Charlotte's Web?
Also from Shrek.
That's true.
That's what it is.
It's from Charlotte's Web
That'll do,
originally.
okay.
Yes,
That'll
Charlotte's Web. That's how.
Yeah.
Going back, I read that book. It's whatever.
I saw this this meme, and it was Charlotte's Web is a book, but Facebook is a website. I'm so confused.
So, talking about, like, nostalgia and, like, a bajillion years ago, did you guys ever watch The Big Friendly Giant?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yes, I did.
Oh my god, I'm just, like, getting flooded with memories right now of going to my grandma's house, playing the NES there, and, like, watching The Big Friendly Giant. The BFG.
Yeah. Gee.
The thing that always hits me with the most nostalgia, probably, is it's either like Tom and Jerry or like Power Rangers. Or Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a damn good show when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
Did any of you guys play Pogs?
Pogs?
No.
Maybe if you remind me of what it is.
It's a game where you have all these little, like, they basically are little cardboard discs, and you have, like, either a big plastic disc or a metal disc, and you have to, like, you have this ring, and you have to, like, knock, like, by flipping the main Pog, the big one, into the middle. I'm pretty sure I'm getting this right. It's been a long time. You actually, whatever ones you knock out of the ring, you get to keep. But we never played for keeps because we were cheap and when we were kids, and we were like, no. Because you were supposed to play for keeps. So, like, whatever Pogs you won, you got to keep. But I mean, this, I don't, like, because you guys are younger than me, I don't think you played this.
No.
It was
No.
when I was a kid. It was still around, and there was still like Pogs to collect and stuff. But I didn't know anyone that played it.
Like, all I'm thinking about this explanation is Tiddlywinks. And I know for sure you're not talking about Tiddlywinks.
No, but, Emily, I'm pretty sure you just didn't know any cool people.
Well, maybe.
Because how old are you now?
I'm 18.
Maybe it took a while to go across the seas to you guys.
Actually.
It might have. Like, because I know people, an hour away from me that, like, my cousins, they got things like a month to a year after we got them. It was pretty funny. And Adam, how old are you?
I'm 21. 22,
Okay.
sorry.
So I'm 25, and this makes me feel old for the fact that no one else here played Pogs.
Remember Beyblades?
Oh,
Yeah.
I was a Beyblade kid.
I
Me and my friends would always get our Beyblades and get together.
I was too old for that.
Oh. What a sad life you lived. You never lived unless you played Beyblades as a child.
If you had Pogs when you were a kid, you would have been set for life.
Fucking Pogs, man.
Pogs. I used to have. They fucking sold them at the card shops and stuff like that, and like I had a huge pink tube filled with Pogs, and I was so awesome. I had a metal. I didn't have one of those cheap plastic Pogs. I had the metal one that was like badass looking, and like every Pog had like these awesome characters on them.
I'm gonna need to Google this once we're done in order to know what Pogs are.
Oh my god, they were the best game ever. I'm actually Googling it right now just to make sure I'm not crazy.
No, watch, Pogs don't exist, and it's just like his own imagination.
Oh, dude, I looked at a picture of Pogs, and that is just flooding my memory right now. Oh my god, I had that one. The Yee Pog.
Oh. Aren't you so special? You and your Pogs? I don't even know what Pogs are. I need to Google this now.
Dude, Pogs are so freaking awesome when I was a kid. Oh my god. You will think it looks retarded, I can tell you that.
This is insane. What am I looking at? This looks like mutated Pokemon turned into discs.
Yeah, it's just little discs made out of cardboards. But, like, you had to collect them all, basically. It was so cool. Oh! They used to have the Razor Blade ones. I forgot about that. Oh my god.
That sounds dangerous.
No, they were like they just looked like razor blades, but I mean not razor blades, like like saws, like saw.
All I see when I look at these is Pokemon mixed with Tiddlywinks. That's all I'm understanding from this.
Dude, it's so amazing. I can't believe I love looking at these right now. It's just like flooding my memory. I wonder if I still have my old Pogs. I'm gonna have to look. Oh
yeah, I honestly think that the best thing that will probably that our great grandchildren will probably be playing with is Legos.
Oh
yeah.
Legos are timeless though, because I remember I fucking still have a giant ass thing of Legos under my bed at home. That if I'm ever, like, bored or really depressed, it's like, I need to go play with some fucking Legos. And I just go sit in my room and spread my Legos out all over my floor, which should never, ever be done. But I do it, I just dump the box up and it's like, I'm gonna fucking play with Legos.
Yeah, so, I'm right in saying that everyone has that, like, that meter, that cubed meter Tupperware container worth of Legos, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Okay.
I actually have 3.
Jesus.
I was a Lego fiend, and I was one of those kids that could, like, it says on the back of the box, "Will take you 3 hours to build this." I'd build it in 20 minutes. I was like, I don't know, I was like a Lego genius or something.
Yeah, I think those Lego sets trained us for IKEA.
Oh, and engineering and Minecraft. Minecraft is the new Legos. So Legos might actually go out of style eventually, but I won't let my kids think they're out of style.
No, your kids have to play.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
play Minecraft now.
I'm gonna give them all mine. But I think that Minecraft might become the new Lego.
Yeah, I think maybe.
Did you?
I don't know. I don't know, it might not for our kids, but something like Minecraft might be for, like, our kids' like our grandchildren.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys heard, but like I don't know the specifics of the story. I don't even know if there's like a news article on it or anything. But I heard that there were a couple of teachers who have used Minecraft to teach.
Yes.
I've heard about it.
Yeah.
If you watch the story of Mojang, which is like the Minecraft documentary pretty much, because that's pretty much the only thing Mojang has made, they interview him, and he's a guy in New York that he is a computer teacher for elementary kids, and he teaches through he lets kids play Minecraft and gives them goals, and he sets up games like the Let's Plays for Rooster Teeth and other people. Like, he sets up the game before time, and then he's like, everybody, we're gonna go play these games. And he'll, like, design skins for everyone in the class that, like, makes them look like their characters and everything.
So,
Whoa. They're still making Pogs.
That's it. Like, that's a thing still. Like,
They have pony Pogs for the new ponies.
wow.
I've literally never heard of them before in my life.
I've literally never ever heard of Pogs before in my life either. Like,
I mean, obviously you had a sad childhood, but that's all right. You're here now.
I'm sorry, you didn't play with Beyblades. Beyblades were the new Pogs because they were so badass.
you just don't know Pogs.
So between last week and this week, I have watched all of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood series for you anime fans, and it's wonderful.
That in a week. There are like so
There
many.
are 65 episodes
No.
of Brotherhood,
Good God.
and I started watching Naruto Shippuden again. I don't know how you actually pronounce Shippuden. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Shippuden.
It's Shippuden?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Shippuden. I started again at episode 60, and I'm now at 99.
I'm
Jesus.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I'm watching anime. I watch it so slowly.
Like, I just find, I'm horrible, but I find websites where I can watch it all online because I'm lazy and don't like watching TV because I don't like commercials.
Agreed.
Yeah, same.
And so I just put up with, like, a tiny 2-second long commercial at the beginning of a website player, and then I just watch it, like, episode after episode. Like, I swear the one day I got from, like, episode 60 to, like, episode, like, 75, I think it was. Like, I went through, like, 15 episodes in one day, and it was like,
Yeah, I did the same thing with Attack on Titan, and then
Yeah, after I taught you about it.
the second season of the second series of Avatar, The Legend of Korra. I watched the
Oh
full
my
second
God.
season a couple weeks ago. It's so good.
It is.
oh, I haven't watched it yet. Don't spoil. I haven't watched it.
It's so good. All the episodes are out, so you can just watch it straight through now.
Yeah, I planned on it. I'm trying to catch up on Naruto.
Yeah.
And I only have, like, 120 episodes left, so.
By the way, guys, you know Pog was a big. I just can't leave this subject. But you know Pog was a good big thing if they referenced it in Simpsons. They have a Simpsons episode where they referenced Pog.
Holy crap!
That's right. You guys know just whatever.
Dude, fucking Pogs.
Jesus.
No child.
So I think we're about time.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit short of an hour, but that should do it for this week. This podcast, well, obviously you'll be listening to it, will be released on Monday, and then if you come back on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on how much time I have, this is the first one after all, I will be having a spotlight interview with Elin, the season 2 winner of the Gauntlet from RoosterTeeth.com, and so look forward to those two things, and that should do it unless anyone else has something they want to talk about real quick.
I just hope people learn about Pogs.
Pogs do.
Pogs PSA. Everyone look for Pogs. That's important.
We'll have it linked up probably.
Oh yeah, it'll be in there. I'm sure if Adam puts it there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Adam could be putting porn sites down there for all I know. I don't know. Like, I legitimately, like, I export them and then I just put them up and I do the thumbnail and it's just like, speaking of that, I still need to do the one for, like, episode 3 or whatever, but, I do the thumbnail and it's like, Adam or Jared, go do the descriptions.
Yeah.
And then, I look to be like, oh, okay, that looks sort of like it should. And then I don't check, like, there could be porn sites down there. There could be, like, My Little Pony sites down there. There could be, like, I'm a Tree Hugger website down there. I don't even know, like...
Or there could be porn where there are ints and ponies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, there could be some crazy shit down there. In fact, you should just start doing that, like, once a week. I'm not saying you should put porn down in the description.
But just randomize it.
I'm saying, like, once a week, there should just be one article in there that's complete bullshit. That's, like, doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Will do. I think I put, like, a joke at one of the things where I'm like, I think I put, do I really have to link Minecraft? And I didn't link Minecraft. I just said, do I really have to link Minecraft?
Actually, you know what you should have done? There's a site that you can put like a search term in, and it will generate a link to where if you click on the link, it'll take you to a page that looks like Google, and then it'll have the word typed out in the space bar, and then it'll automatically click Google search or whatever, and it says, now how hard was that? And then it switches over to a Google search of whatever the term was.
Oh wow! I should actually put. Do I really have to search Mega Blocks? Because Mega Blocks suck.
Mega Blocks.
Oh god.
The bloated Legos. Well, anyway, I believe that will do it for this week.
Yep.
We will see you next week, and we'll see you next week with the podcast and maybe another interview, and we'll see you with an interview on Wednesday.
Well, we won't really see you, but
you will be hearing us.
Yes.
And I might actually do this one on Google Plus, maybe? I don't know.
Ooh.
I might get fancy. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Right.
So, I'll see you around.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.